say something right now that could ruin my life and yours.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the funniest and most grotesque SNL sketches featuring cast member Sarah Sherman, also known as Sarah Squirm.
It's great to react.
Number 10, Bug Assembly. Considering that this is a sketch about bugs starring Sarah Sherman, it's honestly surprising that it doesn't get too gross.
I'm a ladybug. I have up to 20 spots, and that's a lot.
Most of the focus is on Bowen Yang's Daddy Longlegs and his irresistible style and rhythm. Playing a student, playing a ladybug, Sherman is adorable and delivers the perfect setup for Yang to do his thing and then some.
I eat bugs, and in my life, I can eat up to 5,000, and that's a lot.
And what does Daddy Longlegs eat? Boys, boys, boys.
If you have any combination of entomophobia or arachnophobia, you might have been creeped out from the very start.
Also, I could have sworn Russell was assigned cockroach.
It wasn't a fit.
But it's the rare Sarah Sherman sketch where she's the normal one, relatively speaking, of course.
And remember, Daddy's got it.
Number 9, Nickelodeon Show. It probably won't come as too much of a surprise that Sarah Sherman seems to appreciate Nickelodeon. In this retro sketch, Sherman and host John Mulaney play performers on slime-tastic Canadian sketch show You Can't Do That on Television.
I prefer Super Craig.
Oh, and what's Super Craig's superpower?
I don't know. I guess... Jesus Christ!
The duo gets blasted with the famous green substance with hilariously over-the-top reactions. Mulaney's reaction in particular suggests it's not just his character who's having a bad time.
Stop! Help me! Stop! Stop! It feels like needles in my face!
They're not the only performers that night to get slimed, but their reactions are arguably the funniest of them all. Hopefully, they were soon able to wash it all off.
Oh, why'd they do it to me?
Number 8, Spring Flowers. Good rule of thumb, if Sarah Sherman is playing a flower, it's probably not going to be too wholesome for too long.
Thank you, Mr. Green Thumb. We love those little sprinkles.
I know, I love them a lot.
Sherman, host Jake Gyllenhaal, and others play colorful flowers enjoying the bliss of their botanical lives. However, the downsides, like the uncomfortable truth of bees, soon make themselves known.
I basically squeeze a load of goop out of my butt and then people eat it.
The agony of Sherman and her fellow flowers is so real, we honestly feel bad for them. That's especially true when a dog comes by to do his business. It's Chris Redd's flower, not Sherman's, who seems to be embracing the squeamish situations. But it's the perfect showcase for her willingness to go to the weirdest extreme possible. Number 7, Chucky. Sherman once roasted herself on Weekend Update as resembling, quote, Chucky if he went to Sarah Lawrence. But she's also played the famous homicidal doll.
Hey, Chucky. We didn't realize you were in there.
Well, I was.
It's not long before Chucky's wielding a knife and going after his big mouth colleagues. And before we get a chance to get situated with the concept, it shifts to being a commentary on the messiness of life in the corporate world.
What you said about Chucky was uncalled for, especially comparing him to Janet, who we all know sucks.
I'm sorry. Why do I have to be here?
To take notes, Janet. Idiot.
Outside of Sherman's accurately scar-ridden face, there's not too much to get grossed out about. However, she does a great job of capturing Chucky's malevolence and energy.
You did an ancient voodoo curse that, when combined with a lightning strike, transferred your soul to the body of a doll. That's something that no one else here can say.
He's not even listening.
Yow, wow, 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 wow.
Jake Gyllenhaal's performance as an overly earnest HR rep perfectly ties together this great bit of horror comedy.
Look!
Oh my God! Are you eating tuna right now?
Number 6, Glamgina. The setup of this sketch, Sarah Sherman playing a woman having an appointment with her gynecologist, played by Pete Davidson, immediately has our attention, and we're equal parts excited and terrified.
All right, let's take a look. Whoa!
Yes, doctor? See something you like?
Sherman's patient, complaining of prolonged inflammation, is revealed to have applied cosmetics to the one place you definitely should not.
I used Glamgina. Makeup for your other face.
Pretty soon, other customers are bursting through the door, endorsing this questionable product. As the voice of reason, Davidson is stunned with every new discovery.
What's wrong, Doc? Is it my hair down there? Because we've got a product for that, too.
Yeah, I could tell.
Though it may be crass, it's also surprisingly wholesome as Sherman and her supporters champion this unorthodox method. Just remember, makeup is for the face.
Hey, I'm not doing this for anyone else. I'm doing it for me. Because when I take a picture of it with the flash on, I want something that I'd be proud to show my family.
Number 5, roller coaster accident. The prosthetics department had their work cut out for them with this one, which stars Sherman as a morning news personality who has a rather unpleasant experience.
She got stuck on a runaway roller coaster going 150 miles an hour for 19 hours straight.
But now she's back better than ever and not the least bit phased. Hi, Francine.
As Francine, Sherman is brazenly determined to go on with the show. However, the show's host seems to feel otherwise.
Did you come here straight from the amusement park?
Sure did. Couldn't really wait to get back in the studio.
Diving right into a cooking segment, Francine doesn't seem to notice or care that she can't so much as sip a glass of wine without it immediately spilling back out.
Salad!
If you're averse to seeing people chew with their mouths open, you might want to skip this one. But we have to admire Sherman and host Michael B. Jordan for giving it their all.
Now back to you guys.
Number 4, A Christmas Carol. Playing off against both Martin Short and Steve Martin might be daunting for most comedians. But Sarah Sherman is a total pro. Scrooge, played by Short, wakes up relieved and giddy.
I'm as light as a feather. I'm as merry as a schoolboy.
He then stops a young boy, played by Sherman, to ask what day it is. Upon learning it's Christmas, Scrooge tosses the boy a coin.
But what should I buy it with, sir? I'm so poor.
Why with this, of course?
The moment the coin starts flipping, we can only imagine what's going to happen. And it lands right in the boy's eye.
What the hell are you doing? I'm blind!
Why didn't you catch it?
What? You're blaming me?
And things only get worse from there. Maybe this was the ending that Charles Dickens originally intended?
Please stop yelling! It's throwing shiny objects!
Number 3, Eyes. Who knew body horror could be such a comedic goldmine? Sarah Sherman, apparently.
Who even cares?
Janine, you've had a bad attitude all morning. What's the problem?
Oh, nothing. It's just that nobody noticed.
In this episode-ending sketch, Sherman plays an office worker feeling hurt because her colleagues failed to comment on the results of her cosmetic surgery, swapping her regular eyes for googly ones. If you're wondering who would go to such an extreme, Sherman's Janine gives a pretty good idea.
But since you brought it up, why did you do this, Janine?
This is ridiculous. Nobody's asking Luann about why she got a huge fake rack.
I literally didn't. Oh my God, good for you.
Though the humor is more rooted in absurdity, it definitely goes for the gross too.
Oh my God, no! Oh my God! I forgot to put my eyeballs in the refrigerator.
Mostly, it's a testament to Sherman's professionalism, as being prevented from reading the cue cards doesn't stop her from delivering a powerhouse performance. We'll be keeping an eye on her.
I'll leave you all with this. Life comes at you pretty fast. And if you blink, you just might miss it. And me, well, I'm not gonna miss a thing.
Number 2, Mailin testing service. It's not every SNL cast member who makes an impression on their debut episode, but Sarah Sherman is a special talent.
Wow, you guys got a real professional setup over here.
The season 47 premiere ends with this sketch, starring Sherman and Andrew Dismukes as a husband and wife doctor duo shooting a commercial directed by host Owen Wilson. And once the subject of the commercial is revealed, the audience understandably grimaces.
Okay, Robinson's Mailin stool testing, take 1. And action!
There's no visual grossness to speak of, but the way they talk about the nature of their bodily waste business is really what stands out. They try to be reassuring about their suspicious intentions before breaking out into outright hostility.
Who the hell do you think you are? You think we can't help ourselves around your precious little stools?
Do you think you're special? We see thousands of these things every day. You think there's something so tempting about yours?
We might not trust Sherman's character, but we absolutely trust her comedic instincts.
Now who wants to mess around with one of those things?
We got plenty.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Meatballs. This pre-taped sketch starts off suspiciously normal, with Sherman and Chris Redd talking on the couch post-date. The other shoe soon drops though, or should we say the other meatball.
Can I ask you something?
Anything.
Why do you always wear that green ribbon around your neck?
What do you mean?
It seems Sherman's character has a singing meatball growing out of her neck, played by Oscar Isaac.
There, now you know.
But it seems her condition doesn't stop there.
I was hoping you wouldn't notice. And to answer your question, yeah, they harmonize and sing together in time.
She's all but covered in these anthropomorphic beings. They're almost kind of cute, except for, you know, everything. And while it's a ridiculous premise, Sherman's dedication once again makes us believe every word she says. Anyone else in the mood for Italian?
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention they're extremely contagious.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.